Okay, from our nation's capital, capital punishment is done. It even had a fake Obama for some strange reason. And ironically, out of the 4 title matches, 2 titles changed hands. That's right. Ziggler's your new U.S. champion in a very, very hard-fought match against Kofi Kingston. Those two are put on some pretty good matches, and I'm waiting for them to have their that feud to continue. Ezekiel Jackson finally beat Wade Barrett, now that I guess the core has entirely collapsed. Which seems kind of weird, because when they were the Nexus, it was really going strong, and now all of a sudden it's really nothing going on. I mean, the new Nexus, which is comprised primarily of new wrestlers, is doing better than the core, which was the original Nexus. So there's 2 matches down. Or after that, there was a bonus match that was Swagger versus Evan Bourne, and like almost all of these matches, Evan Bourne won. There was also a match between the Big Show and Alberto Del Rio. Now, Big Show, of course, has been favoring a leg injury after getting run down by a car that would have been physically impossible for Show to have been pinned underneath without the car having sustained massive damage. And of course, Alberto Del Rio won that match, which I guess is they're trying to seg into Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena at SummerSlam. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess. I really don't see Alberto Del Rio having that much star power to go one-on-one with John Cena at, the big event in the middle of the summer, but I don't actually write this stuff for the E. Miz and Alex Riley. I was really hoping that the Miz actually probably would have won this match, because he's been looking ridiculously weak ever since, A-Ride decided to go on his own. And of course, Alex Riley gets the win in this, further either catapulting Alex Riley or really pushing the Miz on a really fast downward slide. Here's a guy who was a former World Heavyweight Champion, and now he's jobbing to his former lackey. Now, hopefully, if this feud continues, they've got to do something that would also include maybe some of the other mid-card guys. Or maybe with Alex Riley having won, maybe he'll finally jump ship and go over to SmackDown. Just saying. There's better opportunities for Alex Riley on SmackDown being a mid-card face than there is for him being a mid-card face in the massively crowded Raw roster. And of course, probably one of the best matches of the night by far was CM Punk and Mysterio. The ending sequence alone was fantastic. And of course, Punk gets another victory. Now, Punk, of course, is going to be taking some time off in about the next month or so. So it would have actually been interesting to have seen them actually push Punk to a main event match at our shared hometown for Money in the Bank. It would be interesting because, I do think that a CM Punk John Cena feud would probably work fairly well. And to be kind of honest, you really can't have those guys keep on feuding without one of them going on to face the champion and the other one essentially taking on another person in the near the main event picture. Could Mysterio Miz work? I don't want to see Mysterio Del Rio because we've seen it like a million times already. Do I think Mysterio Cena works? Not so much. But it would be nice to see Punk actually make that jump and actually have a decent feud with Cena. So I think, ironically, he probably could. Now, the 2 more matches. Now, I said 2 of the 4 belts changed hands. I already mentioned the 2 that changed hands. Sorry, all those people out there who were really hardcore rooting for R-Truth to beat John Cena. Because he didn't. He put on a decent show against him, but we all kind of realized that John Cena was going to walk out of this champion. There's no way they're going to give that match at all to R-Truth. R-Truth has been amazingly entertaining to watch, but he hasn't quite hit that point where you know what? Slap the belt on him and give him either a 1-day or a 1-week or a 1-month run. He's nowhere near that point. So I'm going to have to Christian and Randy Orton. And again, kind of a mild screw job. You know, decent back and forth. These two have had a really good, solid feud. And of course, the way they end it is after an RKO, Christian's legs are obviously under the rope. Ref doesn't see it, 3 count, and Christian again gets mildly screwed out of the title. So I'm almost thinking Christian should probably see if he can challenge Orton to a ladder match at Money in the Bank. Would it be interesting to be like, you know what? I know I can beat you. I didn't lose. So you know what? I want to challenge you to the match that I won this belt with. A ladder match. Will be interesting because you're going to see Orton versus Christian in a ladder match. But you know, that essentially is a whole another month away. And also put us 1 month closer to seeing John Cena versus The Rock. And that is capital punishment.